Coming up on Mountain News this morning, some folks are concerned about a bridge damaged in the February flood that has yet to be fixed. And several communities in the Pike County area are asking AT&T to answer the call, saying they've been without internet and landline services.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this September 30th. It's 6:30 on the dot right now, and time to check on in with meteorologist Megan Dusmal for a look at that forecast this morning. I just have to assume that the fog is out today.
For some folks. For other folks, it's nice and clear, especially compared to yesterday. Yesterday was kind of a lot of fog all at once. This morning's on the calmer side. And then tomorrow we will see the return of some very dense fog as well. So today's kind of that in between. So here's what we're looking at all across eastern Kentucky, and especially in Hazard, Pikeville, and London. Not too bad. A little bit of a haze on those Pikeville cameras, but a little bit better than yesterday. Temperatures right now in a mixture of the 50s and 60s by the time we head into the afternoon. Warm for this time of year as we see those 80s just hanging on. And as we go throughout the next couple hours, the main forecast I can give you, cloudy, partly cloudy skies. And for our Virginia counties, we are going to notice a slight chance for some scattered showers. And that could continue into some of our bordering counties in Kentucky, West Virginia, and Tennessee. Here's a look at that 12-hour forecast. Not too bad of a day, just a little bit on the warm side. And we're not going to see too much of the sunrise at 7:28 this morning. Amelia.
Two men are behind bars after police in Louisville say they stole copper wiring while they were on I-65. Police say Daniel Bentley and Robert Kelly were seen stripping copper wire on I-65 at the Gene Snyder Freeway during the weekend. They were arrested and appeared before a judge yesterday morning. Both pleaded not guilty and issued bonds of $2,500 and $5,000. They're not allowed to go to any Kentucky transportation buildings or speak to their staff. In Bell County, an 18-year-old turned himself in after he was wanted on multiple charges. Deputies say Anthony Green of Middlesboro gave himself up to authorities around 1:15 yesterday morning. He'd been wanted on charges of burglary, wanton endangerment, and theft by unlawful taking. He was taken to the Bell County Detention Center. Authorities have provided new details about a shooting that happened in Lexington. Police arrested Jonte Mattingly 11 days ago in connection to a shooting that seriously injured a city worker. Mayor Linda Gorton confirmed the worker was Stephen Van Zant. Police say a second suspect is still on the run. That man is believed to be Jermaine Shanks. Detectives say they publicly bragged about the shooting.
They bragged about the shooting. They said they were responsible for why the helicopters and the police were all in the area, and even made a statement that they were to be paid $11,000 for doing this.
The case was sent to a grand jury. 3 people facing drug-related charges after a traffic stop in Louisa. According to the Louisa Police Department, an officer saw a car driven by Brian Wolford, whom the officer knew had an active warrant. Police stopped the vehicle so they could arrest Wolford. During that stop, the officer says they saw other people in the car with drugs and drug materials in plain view. Wolford, Elizabeth Green, and Jasmine Bond were all arrested and taken to jail. A man accused of shooting his mother in Laurel County is scheduled to appear in court tomorrow. Bev Dwayne Begley was arrested after police say he shot his mother. The incident happened last week on Guy Green Road. Police say he also assaulted others in the home. 3 people in total were hurt. Begley is facing attempted murder charges, among others. The man accused of killing a mother and daughter in Harlan County entered a not guilty plea in court yesterday afternoon. Joshua Cottrell is being held in the Montgomery County Jail. He joined his arraignment virtually. Kayla's friend and former co-worker Lacey Stacy was there alongside others to show their support for Kayla and Kennedy, who were found dead more than 1 week ago. It's something she says Kayla would do if the roles were reversed.
We're just going to show up. We're going to be there for each other. We're going to be there for Kayla's family if they need us. And then, of course, if anything is asked of the courts that we need to testify or anything like that, we'd be more than willing.
Stacy adds, as time passes, she and Kayla's other friends will continue to push for justice. Cottrell will be back in court for a preliminary hearing on October 6th. Neighbors in the Everts community of Harlan County are concerned about a bridge that was damaged in February's flood but has yet to be fixed. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino has the story.
It's just dangerous. And they just need somebody to do something, get it done.
The flood on February 15th damaged this bridge, allowing access to the homes of those living on Bailey's Creek. Harlan County Emergency Management Director Stephen Lewis says County Road Department crews installed a temporary crossing the day after the damage happened and is being maintained.
Where you can see where it's flattening out, even since they came out twice and put gravel down, it's just not lasting.
Cindy Perkins and Bobby Rowe tell me they are worried about the safety of the temporary crossing.
Our biggest concern is that winter's coming and that, you know, it gets iced up, somebody's gonna go off of it. Garbage trucks can't come across, and we can't get anybody to do anything.
Officials say 13 sites in Harlan County, including this bridge, have been turned in for FEMA's Public Assistance Program. According to the Emergency Management Director, FEMA representatives have been on the site 2 times and have a 3rd visit scheduled for Tuesday. In a statement provided to WYMT by Stephen Lewis, in part, quote, "No work has been performed on the bridge as to allow FEMA inspection crews to evaluate the damage fully and come to a determination for funding the repair of the site. The process for FEMA can be lengthy, and we must be mindful of the fact that 3 major disasters have been declared in the state of Kentucky in 2025. Hoping to find answers and see repairs soon."
We want it to where it's going to be safe, because right now it's not safe, not at all.
In Harlan County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
And to see that full statement provided to us from Emergency Management Director Stephen Lewis, you can go to our website, WYMT.com. A special joint meeting was called for the City of Hazard, City of Buckhorn, and the Perry County Fiscal Court yesterday. Leaders came together to talk about their new strategic plan for 2025, plus give updates on infrastructure and adventure tourism in the area. Executive Director of Hazard Perry County Economic Development, Zach Lawrence, spoke about the industrial park and the Buckhorn water treatment plant.
I firmly believe that we can't grow without the basic utilities, the basic infrastructure to provide to our citizens, our industrial customers, retail, all that. So without the excess water, you're dead in the water, right? You're limiting yourself. So this project has to happen in my eyes for us to continue to see the success we've had.
Other key figures at the event were State Representative Chris Fugit and State Senator Brandon Smith, plus a spokesperson from Congressman Hal Rogers' office. A Pike County community is disconnected, asking for answers from AT&T as they wait for communication services to be restored. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more about their call to action.
A community calling for action.
This last Friday, it was 2 weeks since our phones went out.
Issues with AT&T services near Marbone Rock House and Elkhorn City have community members feeling disconnected.
And their grandchildren can't get a hold of them. They can't call 911. If they were to fall or something was to happen, unless their family just happened to go check on them, we wouldn't know.
Susan Hilton and Pam Goins say their landline phones have been out for weeks. And though they each have internet from a different company, which allows them to stay in contact with others, many of their elderly neighbors are not as lucky.
It impacts my mother. It impacts all the elderly. I mean, it takes long enough to get an ambulance here, okay, guys? So, I mean, when you don't have a phone service, what are you going to do? Are you going to die?
Hilton says there has been no true guidance from AT&T about the issue, and customers still do not know what is causing the outage, claiming some representatives say it is an effort to replace copper lines, and others say there is a downed trunk line. But they worry the service is simply being phased out.
We've heard, even from the AT&T representatives, that landline phone service is going to end at some point in the near future. Not right now, but within a couple years. And what are they going to do for people?
Pike County emergency management officials say they are aware of the issue, but they do not have any control over the telecommunications companies in the area. And while they do not know the next steps for the company, They encourage folks to find a reliable alternative to make sure they always have a way to contact emergency services, saying since the lines are often targeted by copper thieves, there is always a danger of being cut off, even if the company fixes the issue. Still, those who have been loyal to the landline say they would appreciate some communication.
See, I need to know if you're going to fix it or not. If you're not, I need to look elsewhere, for my phones, everything. They can't give you an answer.
Saying they just need to know someone is going to be on the other end of the line.
They need to talk to us. They need to let us know what's going on.
In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
And an AT&T spokesperson did send us a statement last night saying they are working to restore service following disruptions caused by copper thefts and working with local law enforcement to find those responsible. Well, it won't be much longer until we set our clocks back in early November, but daylight is already slipping away. With the sun setting earlier each day, it makes it more dangerous for those on the side of the road. Seeing roadside workers or vehicles at night is much more difficult.
More than 75% of all roadside deaths occur after dark. And so it's very important that we're mindful of that. We realize, we don't have the visibility after dark that we do in the broad daylight.
Kentucky does enforce the slow down and move over law, which requires drivers to slow down or move over when they approach a vehicle with flashing lights on the side of the road. This includes emergency, public safety, towing, and even disabled vehicles with those hazard signals.
We are seeing some patches of fog this morning, especially as you're traveling just south of Hazard and north of Harlan. For the most part, though, this is a relatively calmer day compared to yesterday. We are watching as a little bit of some rain chances will be entering into the forecast over the next coming hours as this system right here tracks a little bit more to the west, giving some of our Virginia counties chances for scattered showers. Temperatures as you're heading out this morning will be in a mixture of the upper 50s and low 60s. So that tells you what you need to know as you're heading off to the bus stop. Partly cloudy skies, temperatures about in that range. But as you head home, we're looking at the upper 70s and low 80s. Amelia.
Thanks so much for joining us on Mountain News this morning at 6:41. Prices are rising, and that means traveling is getting more expensive too. We have some tips on how to maximize your getaway budget.
Travel